That's a goal line stand by the Indians as we head to halftime.
We told y'all going into this week, right? You can't make the same mistakes that y'all have been making the whole season. Y'all are making the same mistakes. This team is good enough to capitalize on your mistakes. Y'all are playing the worst game y'all played all year so far, and we're only down 17 points. I don't know how, okay? I don't know how, but y'all should be thankful. This team should be dogging y'all right now, but they're not. Pay attention, make the plays, okay? It's ridiculous. Week in, week out, it's the same stuff. When are y'all gonna learn? Huh? When? It's absolutely ridiculous. Fix it.
I think this week showed us that we're not where we need to be, and the details that we continue to harp on in practice, they're very apparent this past weekend.
So heading into this game, we knew Hallettsville, tough physical team, 4-0. We knew that we had to put in a great week of practice, which we did. Going into that game, I felt great. Collectively, as a team, we felt like we had a great week of practice and we were ready to go. And we got in the game and we played the worst game that we played the entire season against the best team that we played throughout the entire season. Personally, I had what I believe was my worst game so far. 2 picks, which cannot happen. They scored points on both those turnovers. I mean, we can't make mistakes like that, and we knew that going into that game, but flags, picks, drops, just misalignments, everything. We had way too many mistakes, but this week we've been competing, we've been working, and we're about to go out there and we're about to play a good team again, but this time we're gonna know what's up and we're gonna go get a dub. So,
you know, going into this week, we knew what we were getting ourselves into. Hallettsville 4-0, they're a heck of a team, and you know, I feel like me personally and as a team, I feel like we prepared really well. You know, getting there, we were I don't want to say nervous, but I could tell something was off about our team. You know, game time came around and missed assignments, missed opportunities, big penalties to start off the game. 17-0. I get the ball in my hands in the middle of the second quarter and I fumble the ball, and you know, all of our momentum shifting into the second quarter it's flipped around, you know, like, so just mistakes like that going into the week or going into the game, it made a big impact on our result in the game. And I feel like too many people and us look at the scoreboard instead of actually like taking it 7 points at a time and, you know, working as a team to try to get the W. Something just seemed off that night, and I feel like that wasn't the Northern Cougar football family that we are.
We had multiple opportunities to march the ball down the field and get points on the board. Although it was 23-0, our defense held them under 200 total yards. It's just those things that we continue to tell the guys during practice, hey man, if you're not focused on the small details, those things are going to get you hurt against a very disciplined team. So at the end of the day, that team came in, man, awesome. Hats off to the coaching staff over there at Sacred Heart. They had them ready to play, and it was evident. You can't beat a 5 turnover game. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about that. There's no way around that. Like, you're starting in a hole with 1 turnover, and we did it 5 times. So we had multiple opportunities to capitalize on us moving the ball forward, and we just kept falling short. So those were one of those games where I really do feel like it's a game where, you know, it's a defining moment of our season. We're halfway at the point, we're 3-2. We just played a tough opponent. Now we go in and we have another tough opponent this next week, and then we get some time off, and then we go right into competing for our district title. So this is the story is still unwritten, but it's at a point where it's very important. Hey, do we come out here Monday through Thursday and do we change the script? Are we changing how we practice? Are we being more intentful with our practice? Because we know that feeling that we had on Friday, it's a terrible feeling. I don't think there's anybody on this planet that enjoys losing. And it's pretty evident with our guys that they come in and they're saying, hey, let's turn the page, let's go to a new work week. Sometimes it's good to hear that, but then it's like, hey, let's put some action to it. So we're challenging them as a coaching staff this week let's change the page, but let's really change how we operate going forward. Let's not ever get lax, because I think that we fell into a feeling of real lax, and a team that's historically good in this division showed us, hey, we still got some ground to gain. So I think it's us putting our head back down and circling the wagons, man, and getting to work. That's the way that we're gonna create success.
We got to film on Monday, and Coach gave us a overall grade report for the receivers, and I realized that I had the lowest grade, which is a 61 overall grade, which is the percentage meaning like, you know, missed blocks, taking plays off, missed assignments, dropped catches, all that kind of stuff, you know. And overall, when I realized that I had the lowest grade, it made me realize that to go look back on film, and I realized that I was really taking plays off, and I wasn't playing as a team player like we usually are.
I just had too many drops this week, and I wasn't running my routes the way they should be ran. And that can't happen if we're going to want to win football games and go deep in the season.
I had the one easy drop right before halftime that could have shifted the whole momentum of the game. Going into halftime, we would have put points on the board. And it was a simple pass and catch that on any normal day I would have caught. And I've been staying after practice working with the receivers and coaches to not make those simple mistakes again.
Hey, everybody shut up. Everybody shut up. Okay? We told y'all going into this week, right? You can't make the same mistakes that y'all have been making the whole season. Y'all are making the same mistakes. This team is good enough to capitalize on mistakes. Micah, the fumble, they scored. The pick, they scored. 3 points, okay. Justin, where are you? Oh, he's out there. Guys, defensively, they throw the flag on the offside. Oh, we just fall asleep. Touchdown. Okay? Y'all are not playing well. Every single person in here is playing terrible. We've just been able to get away with it the last few weeks, right?
Yes, sir.
Right? This team is not good, but they're not bad either. Y'all are just so in your heads right now, and y'all look terrible. Okay? Right? I'm about to pick on a bunch of people. Jake, you should have had that catch. Don't fumble the ball. Make the throws. Justin, put him on 8. 3 catches right now. For what? 80 yards? We are playing terrible football on the trips. DBs, I said 2 of you should press every time they have trips. Nobody pressed. Not a single person pressed. Jay Lee, you can't make a tackle to save your life and going down with your head down. You're not wrapping up. Everybody's making mistakes. Okay? Y'all are all getting on yourselves and getting on other people. Shut up, do what you're supposed to do, stop making mistakes. Okay? Y'all are playing the worst game y'all played all year so far, and we're only down 17 points. I don't know how. Okay? I don't know how, but y'all should be thankful. This team should be dogging y'all right now, but they're not. Pay attention, make the plays. Okay? It's ridiculous. Evan, make the catch on the kickoff. Cole, stop hitting people away from the play. Gavin, stop humping people. Okay? It's ridiculous. Week in, week out, it's the same stuff. When are y'all gonna learn? Huh? When? It's absolutely ridiculous. Fix it.
You know, just very, very uncommon mistakes that were made that we'd never make, we made. And against a great team like we played last week, we can't make those mistakes. Called out a few guys for the mistakes they made. I know that's not always the best thing to do, but I felt like it was the appropriate thing. And I think it got to a few of them. As we came out of halftime into the second half, didn't have a great first series, but then 2 series later, Sa had a really big interception there, which kind of flipped the momentum of the game a little bit. And Sa, coming into this year wasn't really planning on playing, so the fact that he's getting in there, starting now as a DB, and getting the only pick of the season is a really bright spot for us on the defensive side of that game.
It wasn't the outcome that we wanted, but there's still a few bright spots, shining spots on what we were able to achieve. You look at guys like Cy Taylor coming in. Cy Taylor's been one for us that literally a baseball kid, wasn't going to play football this year, decided to come out, and he's emerging at offensively and defensively. As you guys know, he had his first interception this week. This was our first turnover on the season from our secondary, so it's cool to see him start to emerge as one of our guys. It's going to be a go-to on offense, and he's going to be a mainstay on defense. Again, you got to give a shout out to what offensive line did. We go back and we review film every week, and we looked at it, and one thing that stood out is how much those guys created a nice pocket for Brody. We just got to do a better job of playing X's and O's and pitch and catch, man. That at the end of the day, that's what got us hurt. It was awesome to see the Justin Hamptons of the world, man, get out there and tote the rock. He was running the ball like a man with his hair on fire. So it's awesome to see that even though it didn't turn out the way we wanted it to turn out, we still got guys out there competing. And that's the biggest thing I think I've seen with this team and judging over the history of Northland is that those guys, we never gave up. Like, they played until the very end. They wasn't the outcome we wanted. That is 100% it wasn't the outcome we wanted. I did not see quit in anybody. So, you know, it's stuff to build on, man, but it's like we gotta take this next 5-game stretch. We gotta take it completely serious and take ownership of it as a whole team. It can't just be on the coaching staff or on the few star players here and there. It's gotta be a whole team effort.